Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. Welcome to another Strong Qigong here in beautiful North Florida, right outside of my hometown of St. Augustine. Today we did a special one. I hope you enjoy it. We started out with draw back and push, a classic from Tai Chi. Then we went into a pair of sister movements known as Princess on the Mountain and Princess in the Valley. After that, we did two-handed silk reeling. We finished up with a single leg stance known as holding the urn. All of these were done east and west, as we say, in both directions. And as always, we started out with our breathwork meditation we call Sharpening the Mind on the Stone of the Breath. And we finished up also with our visualization, blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, the cauldron of the heart, and the cauldron of the body. So I hope you check this one out. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you come back again and again. Remember to subscribe and to hit the like button, the notification bell, comment, share, the works, because that's what keeps the algorithms happy and our community continues to grow. Hope you join us again and again for Strong Qigong. As always, with some long, slow, deep, silent breaths. Be sure to make them deep, slow, quiet, and even. Make them in through the nose, out from the mouth. One of the reasons we do that, as you know, that's an old martial arts technique. When you purse your lips as if blowing through a straw, you have complete control of your exhale. So slow the breath cycle down, make it quiet, make it even, make it longer. And as you continue to do so, be sure to start to extend the exhales. In every breath cycle, make the exhale a little longer. Both of those compound to calm down the autonomic or automatic nervous system in the brainstem. So as we do that, and we continue to do that, it actually dilates our blood vessels. It actually slows our heart rate. It does 1,000 things that calm us down. They call it the rest and digest branch of the autonomic nervous system. And you're tapping into that with this breath technique. We also use it as a mind-body technique. So if you're comfortable doing so, you might invite your eyes to close. And as you close your eyes, you can begin to use this visualization we love so well on Strong Qigong. And that visualization we call sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. So imagine an heirloom samurai sword that was passed down to you to care for. And that sword is your mind. What you're doing with every inhale is you're drawing that sword across a stone, focusing on the edge, where the edge meets the stone. Once you get to the end of the inhale, you flip the blade and you push it from you with your exhale. So in this stroking movement, inhale towards you, exhale from you. Now here's the key. Focusing on that fleeting moment where you flip the blade. So you draw it to you. At the end of your inhale, you flip the blade, you push it from you. The end of your exhale, you flip the blade and draw it from you. You focus your mind on that flipping of the blade and that edge. We call that sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. We don't try to find the fleeting moment, but we seek it. And that taps into our dopamine system, a system that sharpens our mind and focus. So that's the neuroscience behind this. Continue to use that technique. And if your eyes are closed, enjoy it for a breath or two more. After you've had a breath or two more, when you feel ready, let your eyes gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. And as always, we begin with our warm-ups head to toe, top of the kinetic chain all the way to the bottom. We begin with yoga neck roll. We take a deep breath in, our head floats like a balloon on a string, then we purse lips, slowly letting air out of the balloon and the chin drops to the chest. When you inhale again, you inhale and sweep one ear past one shoulder. You exhale across the chest, inhale opposite ear past opposite shoulder. Exhale across the chest, inhale ear past shoulder, and continue from side to side. You're calibrating your breath with your movement, your interoception with your proprioception, your brain stem with area in your cerebral cortex known as the insula, specifically the anterior insula. So everything in Strong Qigong aligns with ancient with ancient Asian literature and with modern neuroscience. So rock from side to side, get your breath and your movement in coordination with one another. And on your next exhale, invite your chin to pause at your chest, inhale it upright, and let's work into the upper shoulder girdle, up into the upper respiratory sinus. Begin to loop your shoulder blades forward and upward as you inhale. Bring them around back, squeeze them downward and backward as you exhale, and continue in this manner. And if you're comfortable doing so and have no trouble with it, you might get your knees involved and they float and melt with your shoulder girdles, rising with every inhale, falling with every exhale. And we'll work our way down our upper extremities, down our arms. So as you continue this, you can start to get your shoulders and elbows involved, crossing wrists with gentle fists at the bottom. And inhaling, really getting that nice shoulder squeeze, the dajue point, wringing that area out. Beautifully done. Following your breath, inhale and rise, exhale and fall. And then we'll get all of the arms involved. You can begin to cross wrists, palms up, and make big circles as you inhale. Crossing wrists, inhaling, opening the chest towards the sky. Beautifully done. And after you've done a few more of these, you can go right back to those shoulder strikes, gentle fists, crossing wrists, and a couple of those. And then just back where you started, into the shoulder girdles, looping forward and backward, squeezing downward. Well done. Now you can relax the shoulders, turn your eyes towards one hand, and begin to scoop and toss each hand behind you from side to side. Scooping with palm up, tossing with palm down, floating from side to side, and invite your trunk to be involved. You can shift weight, you can turn trunk. Well done. Same as we did before, we'll work our way up the upper extremities now, and we'll throw an elbow from one side to the other. Big loop with the elbow, gentle fist with the hand. And then from the elbow, big looping shoulder circles. So big rolls from one side to the other, shifting weight, turning trunk. Well done. And then back to the elbows. Another elbow strike, each direction, one or two, whatever you feel comfortable with. Finish up where you started, down in the hands, scooping and tossing. Well done. Good upper extremity and upper respiratory sinus warm-up. And now, since we're already turning from side to side, use this momentum to relax the hands and go into ragdoll. Turning trunk, shifting weight. As we work our way down into the lower thoracic region. Finally, ragdoll, we like to go into pellet drums, so if you're comfortable doing so, you can slap or tap the top of the opposite shoulder, and the back of your hand can tap your hip behind you. And after you've done the top of the shoulders, you go to the top of the chest, up around the collarbone where it's safe. And after you've done the top of the chest, drop to those floating ribs at the bottom of the rib cage. Continue to use this momentum, and then down to the hip. We've got the upper half of the body warmed up. Let's go ahead and work our way into the lower portion of the body. Let your hands drift to your hips. Begin looping the hips, big hula hoops we call stirring the bowl. as if holding the bell of a wine glass, swirling a little bit of wine in the bottom of the glass. Whichever direction you chose, simply pause and loop in the opposite direction and unwind what you've wound. Well done. After you've done a couple of circles in each direction, you can pause in the middle, stand a little wider, and allow yourself to bob a little bit. This is the horse riding stance, and it should just be like an old Western, riding a horse. This classic we know is a Shaolin warm-up known as the Great Bear Swings. We take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we turn our shoulders to drop down. As we inhale, we turn our shoulders to rise and pause. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders, drop down. And you make this big looping from side to side. Follow your breath upward and follow it downward, rising and falling. Beautifully done. This is the Great Bear Swings from side to side. On this next one, you can invite yourself to exhale down, pause in the middle, inhale the trunk upright, stay in horse stance and begin to shift weight on a figure 8. Rock your little boat on your moonlit night, on your placid Lake Junaluska or intracoastal waterway over my shoulder here. Beautiful St. Augustine, rocking from side to side. Well done. Shift weight, round that corner. Notice your trunk remains upright as you shift. Then you can invite yourself to settle into the middle. Bring your feet back in. Our warm-ups are complete. We'll stand in our center stance. All we have left are the wrists, hands, and forearms. Remember your Lao Gong points. When you make a gentle fist, raise all the fingers except the middle one. Where your middle finger meets your palm is your Lao Gong point. Important energy centers. We open the palms and we exhale down towards our lap. When we inhale towards our heart and we exhale down. You continue to do so, rising with every inhale, falling with every exhale, and you follow the rhythm of your own breath. You needn't follow mine. And if you like the rise and fall of the knees, floating and melting, do so. And if you can do so comfortably with eyes closed, invite your eyes to close and begin to enjoy the classic visualization we use to prepare ourselves for every session together in Strong Qigong, known as cleansing the inner body. So as you inhale and your palms rise, imagine a glowing mist rising from the core of the earth through the soles of the feet, up the inner body through the trillions of cells. When you exhale, that glowing mist forms a glowing cloud in your upper Dantian, your mind's eye center. That glowing cloud forms a glowing rain. That glowing rain forms a glowing all the way down those trillions of cells, through the soles of the feet and back into the earth. So this classic Qigong visualization, you're breathing into and out from the earth. With every inhale, your palms rise with a glowing mist. With every exhale, your palms fall with a glowing rain, washing the inner body. Classic. You're also washing your 3 energy centers, your 3 Dantian. You can imagine them as those 3 smooth river rocks we carefully selected, gathered, balanced, and stacked on life's river's edge. And on your next inhale, when your hands rise, you can invite them to pause at heart height in a hugging stance known in the ancient Asian literature as stand like tree. This is where we find our alignment and where we take inventory. So with long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. Now between them, our spine gently stretches with every breath. This is known as the string of pearls in the ancient Asian literature. Our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak on the Blue Ridge Mountain. And those three energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if we carefully gathered, balanced, and stacked three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stirred. We see the dance in the mind's eye of our warm-ups, from the yoga neck roll, through the shoulder rolls, from the pellet drum, through the ragdoll, from stirring the bowl, through the great bear swings. We see and feel all of it. If our eyes are closed, we enjoy this inward show as our hands begin the slow journey downward, till the thumbs cross over the belly button and the folded fingers rest below, warming on what's lovingly known as the lower Danten, the seat of chi energy, the cauldron of the body. Using the power of our inward visualization, we imagine blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the body, and as we do, we delight in the growing, glowing light as the embers respond. With each deep ensuing inhale, we draw the light upward and outward. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart. Filling the inner galaxy with light, those embers respond as well, and we draw the light upward and outward. Spilling beyond the inner galaxy, we bathe the space between us with light, warm, silken chi energy. May your body be strong. May your heart be calm. And if your eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands begin to slowly melt to your side, only inviting the eyes to gently, slowly flutter open when you feel ready, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step into the center of our little boat, and the hand on this side of the room or screen floats before the heart in a gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it. We take a deep breath in together and straighten. As we exhale slowly to bow in a gesture of mutual respect, when we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, as we exhale, our hands melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale up overhead till our hands are an inch apart, and then we slowly exhale down our center line, centering the chi. When we do it again, this time we bring our palms together, and this is in deference to the Shaolin, where we learn so much. We exhale as far as the heart's center, the middle Dantian. When we inhale, elbows rise and wrists straighten. When we exhale, the hands melt down. Well done. We're ready now. We're centered. We can step back out into our little boat. We can unlock our knees. When we inhale, our hands up an inch apart. We exhale, knees and hands melt down. Beautifully done. Floating and melting in concert with the breath. And this is where you calibrate how high you reach or how low you go. Your goal is to keep those three smooth river rocks resting peacefully on one another. So we don't bend forward at the waist. We keep ourselves upright, just like we did when we shifted weight on a figure eight. When your hands rise again, invite them to follow, your eyes follow them upward, and you grasp a ball above you. And you exhale down as low as you can, and then inhale, scoop out and upward, and continue this looping with your eyes following your hands. Now again, this is where it's important. Your Lao Gong points are facing each other. They're keeping a circuit with your middle Dantian and your Da Jue point between your shoulder blades, that area you wrung out in your warm-ups. This is called digging in the garden in Tai Chi. It's a nice place to start, because in a minute, I'm going to ask you, as your hands drop down, to not go as low, and pause in your lap and begin to loop back towards your heart. So a smaller loop, like so. Continue to breathe in this manner. Inhale towards your heart, then exhale, push and rise. Remember, there's a couple of different hand positions. Today's draw back and push, which is what this movement is called. I'm going to keep my hands facing the middle of this beach ball-sized ball of silken chi energy between the lower and middle Danten. And it'll come in handy in what we have coming next. So loop upward as you inhale, exhale down. Beautifully done. When your hands rise again, invite them to pause in front of you and then turn over one foot and loop back onto your heel and put. This is classic draw back and put. It's going to set us up for our first move. An old classic, an old favorite we like to use in Strong Qigong, known as the Princess on the Mountain. So you'll notice coming up in a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause, drop your hands, opening your chest to the sky and looking to the sky as you do the Princess on the Mountain. So when you feel comfortable joining me on this next one, when you lunge forward, simply drop your hands. Inhale to the back foot, reach up overhead, and then as you exhale forward, cross wrists. Then do it again. Inhale, look to the sky, exhale, cross wrists. This is the Princess on the Mountain. It's a great way to open the chest. Beautifully done. Coming up, on your next lunge forward, just invite yourself to pause and go back to draw back and push. So simply loop back with the inhale, exhale and put. Well done. Now, on your next lunge forward, simply pause, let your hands float to the other side, like so. And then loop back onto the heel on this side. Beautifully done. Draw back and push, east and west. And as you can imagine, in a moment, we're going to drop the hands and we're going to do the Princess on the Mountain, east and west. So when you lunge forward again, as you inhale to your back foot, drop the hands, open to the sky, exhale, lunge forward. Continue in this manner. The Princess on the Mountain, east and west. Beautifully done. And when you return to your lunge again, invite yourself to pause and resume draw back and push. Inhale back, exhale and lunge. On this next lunge, pause and float to the first side and resume your draw back and push. Beautifully done. Now the sister move to Princess on the Mountain is Princess in the Valley. So in a moment, when I ask you to inhale to your back foot, I'm going to ask you to drop your hands and this time cross wrists with palms up. Scooping forward, opening the chest to the sky again. So on this next one, if you're comfortable doing so, do so. Cross wrists, then inhale to the sky. Exhale, cross wrists, lunge forward. Continue in this manner. This is the sister move to Princess on the Mountain. This is called Princess in the Valley. Beautifully done. On this next one, when you lunge forward, resume your draw back and push. Inhale to the back foot. Exhale and lunge. Beautifully done. What we do to the east, we do to the west. So on this next one, simply pause. Let your hands float to the other side. Resume draw back. Get your rhythm with your breath, inhaling to the back foot, exhaling to the front, And when you feel comfortable doing so, cross wrists, palms up, scoop forward, inhale to the sky, exhale, lunge forward. This is the Princess in the Valley, East and West. Well done. And when you feel ready doing so, you can invite yourself to pause and draw back and push again. Inhale to the back foot. Exhale and lunge. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to return to center for draw back and push. So when you're ready, simply return to center and continue your breath rhythm. Dropping down, inhaling, exhaling and pushing. Beautifully done. Now we'll do a little two-handed silk reeling. In a moment, we're going to return to the eastern side, as we'll call it. So when you feel ready, you can pause with your hands extended, return to the eastern side, draw back, and push. Inhale back, exhale and lunge. Continue as you're doing, and then you're going to cross center line in a minute. I'm going to ask you to bring your hands all the way across to the other side and then loop back like so. That's it. Lunge and then inhale and cross. Let your eyes follow your hands. Let your hands follow your breath. Let your breath follow your mind, and cross your hands across your field of vision. This is silk reeling with both hands. When you're ready, return to draw back and push. So inhale to the back foot, exhale to the front as you lunge. And on this next one, invite your hands to pause and go to the other side. And resume your draw back and push. Inhale, back foot, exhale and lunge. Well done. When you feel ready to join me, cross your center line on this side, like so. And get that loop going. Beautifully done. Silk reeling, both hands, east and west. Well done. Enjoy the show of your hands floating past your field of vision with your breath. The eyes follow hands, the hands follow breath, and the breath follows mind. And on your next return, simply return to draw back and push. Inhale back, exhale and lunge. Then pause with hands extended, return to center, draw back and push to center. Inhale, exhale and lunge. We always like to challenge our balance, so we're going to finish up with holding the urn. A Shaolin meditation stance. If you can imagine holding it for hours in a meditation, we're just going to hold it for a few seconds. So in a moment, we're going to shift weight to the first side. And as our hands come up in this draw back and push, you'll notice you get into this hugging stance for a second. Well, you're going to hold that at heart height. You're going to shift weight, raise the other ankle, and pause for just a second. So ready yourselves. As you inhale up, shift weight, and hold the urn. And then return to your draw back and push. What we do to the east, we do to the west. So in a moment, we're going to shift to the other side. When your hands rise again, shift weight, raise the ankle, hold the urn, and then resume draw back and push. Always love to get a little bit of that in every Strong Qigong session. Now, you'll notice as your hands rise with draw back and push, there's that hugging posture. So we'll end up where we started with our own classic alignment. So with eyes closed, if you can tolerate it, when your hands rise again, invite them to pause at heart height and stand like tree. So with long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. And between them, our spine gently stretches with every breath in the string of pearls. The hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance like a mighty oak. And with soft knees and soft belly, we rest as our 3 energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if we carefully gathered, balanced and stacked 3 smooth river rocks we selected and placed on life's river's edge. And with those soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stirred. We feel the echoes of drawback and push, east and west. Princess on the mountain, east and west. Princess in the valley, east and west. 2-hand silk reeling, east and west. Holding the urn, east and west. If our eyes are closed, we enjoy it a little longer as our hands begin the slow final journey downward. The thumbs cross over the belly button and the folded fingers warm again on the cauldron of the body as we resume blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the cauldron of the body. As we do, we delight in the growing, glowing light with each extended exhale. As we draw the light upward and outward with each inhale, we finally give a chance to share our gratitude with the cauldron of the mind, the upper Danten, the home of the mind center, the home of what gave us this beautiful inward show. Using our own visualization, our own imagination, our own concentration, our own meditation, we enjoy the inward show. And if our hands and eyes are closed, we begin to let our hands slowly melt to our side. And let our eyes gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. May your body stay strong. May your heart stay calm. May your mind stay sharp. May your spirit stay free. Yi Dao, Qi Dao, which means where the mind goes, Qi follows. Where the energy goes depends on where intention flows, so choose wisely. We finish up by stepping into the center of our little boat, very slowly and deliberately inhaling the hands up an inch apart just as we begun. Exhale down slowly, centering the chi one final time as promised. So the hand on this side of the room or screen makes the gentle fist, the hand on this side covers it. Together we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow, and you give yourselves a much earned, much deserved round of applause for being the light you made in the world today. Thank you.